welcome to my channel. So I've been working on this personal project called Pokémon TCG or Pokémon Trading Card Game as a web app. And I thought it was gonna be a small project. So I casually told my friend, yeah, it's not a big deal. I'll just build it real quick. I was so wrong. Once I started building all the APIs, I realized this thing is actually huge. Like, way bigger than I expected. So here's what I'm using. For the backend, I picked Ruby on Rails because I'd never used it before and I was curious. For the front end, I chose Vue.js. Again, never used it before, but it felt more interesting than React. For the database, I went with PostgreSQL because it's a super common choice.
And yeah, I regret that combination so much. The amount of pain is honestly hard to describe in human language.
But that's also why I'm making these videos. I want to document my journey. So when I forget how something works, I can come back and watch myself suffer again. And maybe it helps someone out there too. In this video, I'm gonna quickly share how I implement test cases in Rails. Just to be super clear here, this is my first time using Ruby on Rails. So if I'm doing something wrong, please tell me in the comments seriously. So let's talk about the basic setup I used for my tests. First, you need to create the test database. After you run this, you should see a message saying that the test database was created successfully. By the way, all the database settings live in a file called database.yml under the config folder. That's where Rails knows how to connect to your dev and test databases. Next step is to migrate your database, so the schema matches your models. You can just run your usual migration commands, but make sure they run for the test environment as well. After that, I also seed my test database. In my case, I need a lot of card data for the game. So the data I'm using in the test environment is actually the same as in production. Once everything is set up, I run my test suite to make sure everything is okay. In my case, I've got 5 examples and 0 failures. By the way, I'm using RSpec-Rails for my testing framework, which you can install by adding the gem to your Gemfile. So yeah, I've got the basic setup, but honestly, there's still a lot I didn't cover in this video. This is my first time making tutorial videos, and I'm realizing there are way more details worth talking about than I thought. So to make sure I have content for future videos, I'm gonna stop here for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.